So let's go into how we built this dashboard. Now, this is, the page. I'm logged in as the administrator, so as a result, everything is showing, and it's showing it correctly because all tag conditions are set to true when you're the administrator. So let me go into the Thrive Architect. Now in here, what you'll notice is, first of all, I have the mem sync contact. That's important because in here, I want to make sure that we have the very latest tagging information available so that it's very responsive based on the actions that the member takes. Now, we have to be careful when we use the mem sync. If it's done on a page that's used a lot by a lot of users, there's a performance hit because it requires Memberium to reach out into Infusionsoft and bring over a fresh set of tag information for that user. So use it sparingly. We need it for this situation. So this here is what says, hello, George. So that's why the name shows up here. That's simple. Now, what we've done is instead of having a lot of calculations here, here, and here, we decided to use Memberium shortcodes. And in a moment, I'm going to go into those in detail. I want to point out, this is the video that is displayed when people first log in, giving them instructions on how to use the Presets Club. So the way this works is we only display this if they have tag 2050. And if I do a search on the tags, this is a tag that we set every time we give someone the presets membership. And it's a tag that's used really just to display this video. Now we have this button here, which is done by the mem action link. And this says, hey, if they click on here, we want you to remove, that's why there's a minus sign here. We want you to remove that tag. And then when you're done, just redirect to that page. So that's how we have this show up, but it only shows up as long as people who are in the Presets Club want it to show up. So let's go into these Memberium shortcodes. And again, a Memberium custom shortcode is something you can build so that you can file away either the complexity or file away a set of routines or activities that are done over and over again from different places. So this one is the calculating credits, and it's how we present here the right message based on the tags that they receive. So it looks kind of confusing, but all we're really saying is, hey, if they have this tag, which means that they've canceled, we've got to give them a message that says something different. Hey, your Presets Club membership is canceled. And in case they have some leftover credits from before, we'll display that there. Now, this is an else now. And so if they haven't canceled, we check, do they have 2084? Now, 2084 means that they're calculating a new balance. And if you remember in the previous video, we displayed this menu here, this line here. Give us a minute while we update your credit balance. So we don't want to display the credit balance because it's being calculated and sometimes it takes a couple minutes. Now, if they are not calculating, then we display the standard message. This is the one that's being displayed here. So this is someone who's purchased 2 presets and they've got their true credits down to 0. So we're saying, hey, you currently have however many credits you have. This is displaying what's in that custom field, and that does it. So that's what that custom shortcode does. Now, this is the custom shortcode that displays all the items that show up here as opposed to the items that show up under the blue line, the available credits. So let's see how that one works. So this is my presets. That's how you call it. So that's exactly why we have that right there. And so this here looks like a big hodgepodge of stuff, but what we're really doing is just saying, hey, look, if you're either in the presets club or you're canceled, because both of them are allowed to see either current credits that they want to use and are getting, or if they're canceled, they've got leftover from the previous months. We want to display a link, we want to display an image, and that's the end of that one. So then each one of the possible courses you can buy has an entry in here. So this is going to go through all of these, looking to see which one of these they have. So for example, this one is looking for 2090. So let's see, that corresponds to 2090. It means they have this Memberium LLP download preset. And actually I'm sorry. Let me go a little farther down, because these are the two free ones that you get at the beginning. But for example, this one is the Kindred Spirit collection. That's the image, or that's the link, and you see that the image, we've named these fairly consistently. So if I look at 2623, this means that they have the presets from the Kindred collection, Spirits collection, which means they have the tag that corresponds to this one right here. Now, all this is a display of all the things they could have, and we only display their item if they have it. Now, down here we have the available presets. Now this one looks exactly the same as the other one, except that this one here does the opposite. It hides them if they have the tag. So if I go over here and look for the 2623, so this one says if they have this tag, hide this. So this here has, the custom information, because the ones that show up underneath the line look different from here. We don't have to show up here this message. So because of the way we've built this is a responsive page. These images will flex in and out depending upon the width of the screen. So because of the way we've set up the CSS, they align really nicely. So this is a pretty sophisticated dashboard, but when you start looking under the covers, you'll see that there is a lot of detail, and there is some HTML and CSS involved, but the Memberium shortcodes to get it to work are fairly simple, and we recommend using Memberium custom shortcodes so that you can make a page like this look a lot simpler to manage, so that if you have an artist working on this and then you have a programmer working on the shortcodes, you don't have to worry about people messing up each other's work.